Hey everyone, my name's Andrea. I'm here at Studio U Yoga and Pilates. I'm going to be teaching you a 45 minutes morning flow. So let's roll your mat out. If you have any props, you can always put them up at the top of your mat. So you can grab a block, a blanket. If you don't have a block, maybe grab a book. You can always grab a strap, anything that makes you comfortable while you're practicing. So let's go ahead and lay it down on our backs. You can come all the way down onto your back, make sure the ponytail is moved out of the way. You can have the soles of the feet come together. If that feels nice, maybe the arms are out to a goalpost. Or even if you can just have the legs long and down and arms are by your side. So let's go ahead and take a nice cleansing breath. Breathe in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Opening the mouth, sighing it out. Begin to seal the lips. Start to draw the breath in and out through your nostrils. Closing the eyes, allowing the body to just settle in. Creating this space for you in this moment. And really beginning to let go of any outside distractions. Slowly visualizing the breath, building it with each inhale, starting from the belly, lifting up into your rib cage, reaching it up into your chest. And reversing the flow away from the chest, back down into the rib cage, and back into the belly. If your mind starts to wander, just try to guide it back to your breath, and really giving yourself full permission to arrive within this space in your body. If you have the Ujjayi breath, you begin to layer that on now. Just constricting the back of the throat, allowing the breath to become more audible. Just taking a couple more rounds of breath, so really beginning to fill all the way up at the top and emptying everything out at the bottom. Again, once you find that next inhale, we'll start to reach those arms up and overhead. Create a big long stretch through the fingertips and the toes. Then exhale, hugging those knees into your chest, giving yourself a big squeeze, just thanking yourself for arriving on your mat, at your home, in these challenging times. Finding some peace just for you. As you exhale, and slowly bring the knees over to the right side, relaxing that left shoulder down onto the mat. Easy twist. Breathing in, reach the knees back up towards the sky. Exhale over to the left. Right shoulder is soft. The knees don't have to touch. And let's breathe in. Inhale, the knees come back into the center, giving yourself another big squeeze. And continue to hold on to that right leg. The left foot will come down. We'll breathe in, reach that right leg up to the sky, flexing the right foot, interlacing your hands behind that right thigh. And then if you want, you can start to make some circles with the foot in one direction. Turning it around, circling it in the opposite. And then breathing in, flexing that foot back to the face. And breathing out, relaxing that right leg all the way down, just stretching it long. And then we'll bend the knee, planting the foot down. We'll inhale, left leg will reach up. Interlacing your hands behind that left thigh, flexing the foot at first, low belly hugs in. And then we'll begin to make some circles with this foot, rolling the ankle. And switching it up, rolling it in the opposite. And breathing in, flexing that foot back towards the face. Breathing out, releasing the legs, stretching it down long, just giving it a stretch. And planting that foot back down onto the mat. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. And then exhale, hugging those knees back into the chest. And you can rock and roll along your spine if that's available, or maybe just turn to your right side and press up. It is up to you. Making your way up into a comfortable seated position. Just crossing those legs, or maybe the soles of the feet are together. Inhale, arms will reach up and overhead. Taking a twist to your right as you exhale. Left hand on the right leg, right fingertips back and behind you. So imagining that the breath as you inhale, lengthening the spine, and exhale, twisting. And breathing in, chest will come forward, arms reach up. Exhale, twisting to the left. And then breathing in, the chest will come forward, arms will reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's make our way to tabletop position. Begin to spread the fingers wide onto the mat. Align your wrists and the shoulders, hips and knees. Your toes can be tucked or they can be relaxed. That's up to you. We're going to take 3 rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, lifting up through the heart, tailbone will rise. Exhale, you're rounding it in, chin to the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Finding 1 more time as you inhale, lift. Exhale, round. And then inhale, come to a neutral spine. As you exhale, let's tuck our toes downward facing dog. So making this first downward dog somewhat fluid and just maybe a little movement. Finding any type of organic movements that just feel good to you. So maybe stretching one leg, bending the opposite knee, possibly opening up a hip, rolling the neck around. And then gazing back up at your hands, making sure that they're shoulder width apart or maybe just a little wider. Pressing down to the index finger and the thumb. Relaxing the head down towards the mat. Soft bend in the knees as you reach the tailbone up towards the sky. Low belly hugs in and up, separation into the shoulders. Pausing here, taking a couple of breaths. Starting to engage the core, draw the low belly in and up as you inhale, shifting forward to plank pose. The shoulders right above the wrists, tucking the tailbone just slightly, but pressing into those palms. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, shifting forward to plank pose. You can always modify, knees can come down. Taking 1 more breath in, and let's exhale, downward facing dog. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, shifting forward to plank pose. This time I'll modify, knees down. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips will move up and back. And let's breathe in. Inhale, looking forward to the front of your mat, slowly stepping your way there as you exhale. Feet are hip width distance apart, toes point straight forward. Take your inhale, find a long spine. Hands can meet at shins or thighs. Draw the shoulders back, belly hugs in. Exhale, fold and round, have a soft bend in the knees. 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach the heart forward, shoulders draw back. Exhale, fold, rounding it in. 1 more time. Inhale, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, fold, round. And then we'll inhale, rising it to stand, pressing through those feet. Arms will reach up and overhead. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold, dive over the legs. Inhale, long spine, reach your heart forward, draw the belly in. Exhale, plank pose. Bring the hands down, feet will step back. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, pranam, knees, belly, chest. Lower down to the mat. Press down into your 10 toes. Inhale, lifting up, cobra. Exhale, soften down. 2 more cobras. Notice the pressure in the hands. Try to stay soft. Draw those shoulders back and down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, coming down. Going for 1 more as you inhale, cobra. Exhale, tucking our toes now, downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Finding those slow, steady inhales, slow, steady exhales. We'll breathe in, looking forward, bending the knees. Breathing out, feet will come to the top of the mats, folding over. Take a breath in, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We'll inhale, rising it back to stand, pressing through those feet, arms will reach up. Hands to your heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms sweep back up and overhead. Soften the shoulders down. Exhale, fold, diving over the legs. Inhale, creating a long spine. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, plank pose. Bring those hands down. Feet step back. Find another breath in. Another pranam as you exhale. Knees, belly, chest. Lowering down. Breathing in, lifting up through the heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple more breaths here. And finding that next inhale, looking forward, bending the knees. Exhale, you can step or hop to the front of the mat, creating another long spine. Breathe in, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold, rounding it in. And then inhale, rising it to stand, pressing through those feet. Hands to the heart center, exhale. Let's breathe in, chair pose, sinking those hips down and back. Getting a little more warmed up. Looking down at your toes, make sure you can still see them. Pouring that weight into your heels, tucking the tailbone slightly. Hands can always be at heart center or even to hips. One more inhale, and we'll exhale, folding over the legs. Breathing in, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose, hands down, feet step back. Option here, if you're ready for a chaturanga, you can move into that. Knees also can come down, or possibly you just stick with pranam, your choice. But hinging forward as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's breathe in, inhale, lifting that right leg. As you exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands, low lunge, left knee will come down onto the mat. Mindful, the right knee is right above the ankle. Arms will reach up and overhead. Shoulders are soft. Remember to keep breathing, smiling. Steady with the breath. One more inhale. As we exhale, downward facing dog. You can stay here in downward dog, or you can breathe in, shifting forward to plank pose, and you can find another chaturanga, or maybe a pranam. I'll do a modified chaturanga this time. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's inhale, left leg will reach up and back, three-leg dog. As you exhale, let's round it forward, our low lunge. The right knee will come down this time. Arms reach up and overhead, breathing in. The shoulders are softening down. Palms are facing together. Low belly's hugging in and up. Softening the face. Finding one more inhale, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. And again, another option here. You can stay in downward dog, or you can breathe back in, shifting forward to plank pose, moving through. Another chaturanga if you'd like. Just allowing this practice to be your own. I'm here just to guide you, but allow the breath to tell the story. Allow it to stay smooth and calm. Let's take just one more inhale. Try that next exhale, and we'll look forward, bend the knees as you breathe in. Exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat, breathing out, folding over. Take an inhale, create a long spine, reach the heart. Exhale, fold round. We'll inhale, chair pose, sinking those hips down and back. Arms will reach back up. Tailbone tucks just slightly, low belly hugs in. Shoulders softening down. Very good. We'll inhale, rising it all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And then we'll inhale, chair pose again, sinking those hips down and back. So steady with the breath. Take one more breath in. Exhale, folding it over. Inhale, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose. Option here again, you can move through another chaturanga if you choose, or maybe just do a plank pose. Hang out here for a second. But I'll meet you in downward facing dog once you are finished. At any time you need a break, just being mindful of your breath. You can always come into child's pose and soften and relax and just pause here for a moment. Great thing about doing this online is you can just go, I need a break for a moment, and press pause on the video, so that's pretty cool too. Just try to stay active with your breath, keeping it slow and steady. We'll be back in downward facing dog as you're ready. Then we'll take our inhale, right leg will reach up and back. But as you exhale this time, rounding it to your nose, trying to give it a kiss. Inhale, it reaches up. Exhale, nose kiss. Inhale, one more time, reach it up. Exhale, nose kiss. Then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, rounding it forward, our high lunge this time. You can modify, left knee can come down, or it can stay lifted, that's up to you. Arms will reach up and overhead, shoulders again softening down. The bottom tips of the shoulder blades are hugging together. Wonderful, taking one more inhale. Let's exhale. We're going to take our hands as we interlace them behind our back. If you're unable to interlace your hands behind your back, maybe just grab onto your shirt. You can even have another prop available around the mat, like a blanket. You can grab onto that. If you're frantically like running around, oh no, I don't have anything. It's all right, hands to the hips, work just fine. Taking one more inhale, keep breathing, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, releasing those hands, planting the palms back down, downward facing dog. Again, option here, shifting forward to plank pose. Finding another chaturanga if you choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's breathe in, taking that left leg up and back, three-leg dog. As you exhale, rounding it to the nose, trying to give it a kiss. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, nose kiss. One more, inhale, it reaches up. Exhale, nose kiss. Then inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, our high lunge, stepping it forward. Making sure that that knee and ankle are aligned and your knee's not going way past the toes. Stacking the shoulders above the shoulders above the hips. Staying steady with your breath. Awesome, let's find one more inhale. And as we exhale, interlacing those hands behind the back again. And breathing in, lifting up through the heart. Soft bend in the elbows. Really opening and out through the chest. Very good, taking in one more inhale. As we exhale, releasing those hands, planting the palms, downward facing dog. Let's take one more inhale here. Then as we exhale, knees will come down. Let's take a child's pose, drawing those hips back and over the heels. So you can have the legs come together if you like. Chest can rest on top. Or the big toes come together, knees will splay apart. Chest can rest on the inside of the thighs. That's up to you. Just taking a couple more rounds of breath. Just reminding the nervous system, reminding the body, reminding the mind, everything to just stay calm, be relaxed. As you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And let's take our inhale, looking forward, bending the knees. As you exhale, step or hopping to the front. You create a long spine as you breathe in. Exhale, fold round. We'll inhale, chair pose, sinking those hips down and back again. Almost done with our chairs. Hang with me. Keep the shoulders soft. Awesome. Breathing in, inhale, rising it all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart center. I'm going to practice just a couple of balancing poses. So hands stay at heart center, pressing down into that right foot. As you inhale, lifting that left foot up in front of you. So the left knee is bent, focusing your gaze. Having some sort of life inside of the left leg. Just don't let it droop and hang out. Flexing the foot. Almost there, taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, figure four, crossing the left ankle on top of the right thigh, sinking the bum back and down. So as you sink the bum back and down, try to keep the chest up and lifting, flexing the left foot, feeling that nice outer left hip stretch. Very good. We'll take our inhale, rising it all the way up. Left knee will come out in front. As you exhale, left foot will come down. Shake it out, let it go. Hands feet back at the heart center, pressing down into your left foot. Just pausing here, maybe focusing the gaze, concentrating on the breath. Allowing that to be under control first. Then you'll take your inhale and you'll lift that right knee and leg up in front of you. And again, concentrating on the breath, focusing the gaze, something that's not moving. Might have some little animal, maybe it's joining you on the mat today. Take one more inhale. Let's exhale, figure four, crossing that right ankle on top of the left thigh, sinking the bum back and down. And again, really drawing the bum back, almost like our chair pose, low belly hugs in. Softening those shoulders down. Almost there. If you fall out and if you're wobbly, that's okay. Just meet me back. Take our inhale, let's rise it all the way back up. Right knee will come out in front of you. And then exhale, that right foot comes down, shaking it out. To be honest with you, I'm surprised I didn't fall out of either one of those sides. Must be a good morning for me, so I'll take it. Meeting back at the top of the mat. Tadasana mountain pose, feet are hip width distance apart. Palms face forwards. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And then we'll breathe in. Inhale, arms will reach back up and overhead. Exhale, fold, diving it over the legs. Creating a long spine as you inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, plank pose. Pausing here in plank. One more core pop here. Really pressing into those palms. Low belly hugs in. Tailbone just tucks slightly. Take an inhale, lifting that right foot up and off of the mat. You can always modify. Left knee can be down. Keep breathing. Exhale, right foot comes down, then inhale, that left foot will lift. Staying steady with your breath. You're much stronger than you think. Hold on, almost there. One more inhale. Exhale, left foot comes down. Take another breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Another cleansing breath. So take a big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, letting it go. Then breathing in, inhale, that right leg will lift. Exhale, rounding it to the nose again, giving it a kiss. You can skip this part, but challenge yourself. Inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, rounding to the nose. Inhale, right leg will lift. One more, exhale, it rounds to the nose. Then inhale, right leg will lift. As you exhale, our warrior two, planting that right foot forward. I'm gonna turn around on my mat so you'll be able to see me from this side. So finding your alignment, just allowing that right knee to be over the ankle. So as you look down, you can still see your big toe. Right toes point straight forward, left toes will point to a side wall, or possibly nature, maybe you're outside, I'm not sure. Keeping the shoulders soft, arms are parallel to the earth. Low belly hugs in, gaze is just over that middle finger. Great job, we'll take our inhale, that right leg will straighten, right palm will flip. As you exhale, sky archer, reaching back. Right shoulder is soft, try not to hang it up towards the ear. Awesome, as you inhale, let's rise it up. Finding triangle pose as you exhale, hinging it forward. So right hand can come down onto your shin, come down to a block or the book that you have, or even to the earth. But really focus on that side body. Right hip to the right armpits, nice and long and open. So try not to crunch. Try not to have dead arm. Try to just be nice. Lengthening, breathing, almost there. Taking just a couple more breaths. Very good, and then we'll take our inhale, rising it all the way back up. Warrior two. Then as you exhale, cartwheeling the hands down to the mat. Let's find another chaturanga if you choose. Maybe just a pause and plank pose, or downward facing dog, or even child's pose, your choice. Taking 3 breaths wherever you decided to go. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Very good. We'll take it to our second side here. As we inhale, that left leg will lift up and back. Exhale, we're rounding it to our nose. Last time here, giving it a kiss. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, our nose, giving it a kiss. Inhale, it reaches up. Going one more time. Exhale, nose kiss. Then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, our warrior two, planting it forward. Again, doing a dance on my mat. So you can see me this way. So left toes pointing to the front of the mat, front of the room. Right toes to the opposite side. Pressing back through that back pinky toe. Spine's nice and long. Shoulders are stacking above the hips. Again, shoulders become too fatigued. Hands to hips or even hands to heart center is okay. Taking a couple more breaths, almost there. And we'll take our inhale, left palm will flip, left leg will straighten, exhale, sky archer. Right hand can guide down the leg or it can reach back and over to that left hip. Keeping the shoulders soft. Find length, lifting up. Great job. Then inhale, let's rise it up. As you exhale, finding triangle pose on this side. So it's like a hinge forward as the hips draw back. Low belly's hugging in, front ribs wrapping in, softening. Left hand down on a shin or a block, right arm reaches up. If it's uncomfortable for the neck to look up, you can always look to the side wall or you can even look down. Staying steady with your breath, almost there, keep breathing. Awesome job. Let's take our inhale, rising it all the way back up, our warrior two. And then as we exhale, we're going to cartwheel those hands back down to the mat. We'll take a chaturanga this time. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Very good. Keep breathing. Awesome job. So as you take your inhale, looking forward, bringing the thumbs together at the top of your mat. Find your exhale, bend your knees, and then you can either step or hop into yogi squat. So for this position, you can place your block, your book, a pillow, a blanket, maybe something underneath the bum just to kind of help give you more support. Or maybe if it's your heels, if your heels can't touch, you can roll the blanket up. You can place it underneath there, or even your mat, you can roll that up as well. Relaxing the shoulders down, pressing the palms together. Staying steady with your breath. Almost there, taking one more inhale. Exhale, bringing those hands down to the mat, lifting those hips up, heel toeing the feet in together, hip width distance. Take an inhale, create a long spine. Exhale, folding over. And then pausing here for a moment, taking those hands as you interlace them behind the back, and then maybe reaching those knuckles up towards the sky as the head dials down. You may not look like this. You may be up a little higher, the knees are bent. You may have straight legs, folding all the way over. Maybe you're kind of just holding on to the hands. Wherever you are in your practice, just honoring that, meeting your body where you are. And that next exhale, releasing those fingertips down to the mat. Taking your next breath in, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, folding all the way down, but onto your bums. You need to reach those legs all the way out in front of you. Kind of removing the flesh out from underneath the bum a bit, helping widening the seat just a little. Feet are flexed. Legs can be straight or you can have a soft bend, just kind of depends on your hamstrings and the low back. Just take our inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, folding over the legs. You don't have to touch your toes. Just finding a soft inhale, lengthening the spine. Find your soft exhale, folding over. Continuing to hold on to the breath to the very end. Slow, steady inhales. Slow, steady exhales. Breathing in, rising it up. Soles of the feet will come together. You can hold on to the outsides of the shins if you'd like. Maybe the 2-piece fingers wrap around your big toes. Or you can just find your breath in, reach those arms up and overhead. Then exhale, you can fold over the legs. Noticing the shoulders, trying to keep them soft. Try not to round them up, relax them down. Very good. Breathing in, rising it all the way up. Knees come in together. And then let's roll all the way back down onto our backs, where we started. But hugging those knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, letting it go. Then we'll plant the left foot back down onto the mat. Right ankle will cross on top of that left thigh. Let's breathe in, inhale, hugging those legs into the chest. And as you exhale, interlacing your hands behind that left thigh. And drawing those legs in, maybe possibly pushing that right knee away, but flexing both of the feet. Low belly hugs in. Feeling that outer right hip stretch. Sometimes I like to sway side to side, just a little movement. Other times I like to find stillness, so whatever works for you today. Go ahead and find that. Find the next exhale, we'll begin to release. Left foot will come down. Right foot will come down. Second side. Crossing the left ankle on top of your right thigh. Breathing in, hugging those legs into the chest. Breathing out, interlacing your hands behind that right thigh. And then maybe that left elbow is pushing the left knee away just slightly. It doesn't have to be a hard push. It's kind of like a guide. Flexing your feet. And again, softening the face, but keeping the breath active. Almost there, just a couple more rounds of breath. Very good, finding that next exhale, releasing. Planting both feet down onto the mat. Maybe just windshield wipering those knees side to side a bit. Very good, we'll bring the knees back down, hip width distance apart. We're gonna come into a couple rounds of bridge pose. So maybe you can just graze the backs of the heels with your fingertips. Rolling those shoulders underneath just a bit more, pressing to the back of the head and the shoulders. And as you inhale, lifting those hips up towards the sky. So leaving a nice separation between your chin and your chest. Maybe the shoulders guide underneath a little bit more. Maybe you interlace the hands underneath the back. But imagining that the head of the arm bones are rolling down towards the mat. So the shoulders are not shrugging up towards the ears. We want it rolling down, lifting up through the chest. Very good. Finding that next inhale, releasing those hands, lifting up through the heels. Exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees will splay apart. Maybe the hands will rest on tops of the thighs just for a little added pressure. Still continuing to breathe. You can stay here if this feels really nice, or if you'd like to find one more round of bridge pose, you can begin to move into that again. So feet are hip width distance apart. Breathing in, lifting up through the hips, pressing to the back of the head and the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders underneath a bit more, possibly. Interlacing the hands if you'd like. Pressing down through the feet. Very good. Going for one more inhale. Slowly begin to release those hands. Lift up through the heels. Exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Again, soles of the feet will come together, knees will sway apart. Pausing here just for a couple more rounds of breath. And bringing those knees in together, let's give ourselves a nice big hug. You can always round it in, bringing that forehead towards the knees. Exhale, slowly release. Let's continue to hug onto that right knee. Left leg will reach out long onto the mat. Find one more inhale, giving it a squeeze. And then as you exhale, that right knee will cross over the body. So right shoulder soft, maybe the gaze is up or over to the side. And breathing in, hugging that right knee back into your chest. Breathing out, switching our sides. Right leg long, left knee hugs in. Find one more inhale, giving it a squeeze, and then your exhale, crossing it over. Then bringing that left arm out to the goalpost position, left shoulder soft. Inhaling, rising back up, hugging that left knee into the chest. Squeezing the right knee back in. Take a big inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale. And finding happy baby pose. Grabbing the pinky toe sides of the feet, maybe grabbing onto the shins or the ankles. Maybe you find stillness, or maybe you rock and roll. Drawing those knees down towards the mat. Very good. Finding one more inhale. And let's exhale. Hug those knees back into your chest. Very good. We're finally coming into that final resting pose. Let's meet in Shavasana. So allowing the legs to be all the way out long onto the mat. Maybe low back pain or low back issues, whatever the case may be. You can always place a blanket underneath the butt or the backs of your knees. Even some pillows will work just fine too. But allowing yourself just to take up as much room as you want on your mat. Spreading those legs wide, allowing the feet to flop open. Kind of shifting the body back and forth. Have it to soften and relax into the mat. Hands are open, fingertips just start to coil in naturally. Let's take another cleansing breath to release our controlled breath. As you inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sighing it out the mouth, letting it go. And allowing yourself to just settle in here. Letting go of the controlled breath. Allowing the body to begin to receive the practice. Relaxing the tip of the tongue, and the back of the tongue. Leaving some space between the upper and the lower teeth. Just allowing the body to become more relaxed with each exhale. Left to do, there's nowhere to go. You could stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to move, to awaken, you begin to deepen the breath. Moving the fingers, toes. Twirling the wrists around. And breathing in, reaching those arms up and overhead. Another big long stretch to the fingertips and the toes. Exhale, hugging those knees into your chest. And rolling to your right side, just pausing there for a moment. And begin to rise up into a seated position. Bring the hands to the heart center once you make your way there. Pressing your thumbs up into your chest, feel your heart beating. Let's begin to find gratitude for our bodies that we are given today. Finding gratitude for our breath that is here to support us. And finding gratitude for this moment that you chose to make your way to your mat, inside of your home. Stay healthy, stay positive. Stay your big inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come back down into your heart center to seal the practice in. Namaste.